It's good stuff. I've said it before, but it's worth repeating. I don't drink Haterade. I drink Venom. And when you see me sipping on the Venom, that means somebody's about to catch it real bad. And today on my hit list, the online book club, Readers in Motion. They disrespected your boy. I'm going to tell you the story, then I'll tell you how we're going to handle this. I've been a member of Readers in Motion since sometime in 2009. And they had announced that they wanted to do a test broadcast on Blog Talk Radio last Saturday, May 15th. So I tune into the call. I'm not exaggerating. This is the level of the conversation when I tune into the calls. So when I tune in at the website, in the chat room, somebody has just posted, "Wow, your voice sounds sexy." Okay, so the woman replies on the phone, like one of the hostesses of the show. The woman replies, "I'm not sexy. I'm just country." Again, that's an exact quote. That's no exaggeration. So, I say that to say this. They weren't talking about anything substantial, which is no problem because this is a test broadcast. So their only agenda, is to test the controls and what have you that they need to run the show successfully. So I called the number, identify myself, and I said I wanted to ask, a question about the technology. So I say, I noticed that on Blog Talk Radio, they will record the show for you, and they'll save it in the archives. So when they record the show, do you know if they will also give it to you as an MP3 file? And then if they do that, you can also post it as an audio podcast on iTunes. So you're knocking out, two birds with one stone. So the lady says, "Oh, I don't know. This is our first time using this." So I say, "Okay, do you know if the archive feature that they offer, is that a free service to the host, or is that one of the features that you have to pay for? Because I noticed they have free features and paid features." Okay, so is this free or is this part of the $40 a month that you have to pay as a host? And the lady says, "Oh," I said, "I don't know. This is our first time using this." And I said, "Well, do you know how long they hold the shows in the archives?" And the lady says, "No, this is our first time are using this." And then another one of the ladies, there was like 3 hosts it seemed like on the show, 3 females hosts. And then one man had called in as a guest. He was still on the line too when I called. So then the other, when I asked the last question, they say again, same thing again. No, I don't know. This is our first time using it. Then one of the other hostesses jumps in and says, "Goodbye," and hangs up on me. So I'm like, what just happened? They hung up on me? So then I'm listening in online again, and the dude that was on the line, he was chill. He said, "Listen, those are some good questions." This lady in the chat room, I'll just refer to her as Miss TP, she writes, "Oh, that guy was anal." So, the girl that, Miss TP, who said, "Oh, that guy was anal," obviously she didn't pay much attention in high school. I won't say she didn't pay attention in college because she's obviously not a college-educated woman. It's clear that she's obviously never heard an intelligent black man speak before. It was just mind-boggling because it was so unprofessional, rude, and classless. How do you treat another member of your book club like that? Okay, this is the homepage for Blog Talk Radio, and this is where you would come if you were thinking about using this platform to launch your internet radio show. And from here, the homepage, an intelligent person might click on About Us, and that would take us to this page. And lo and behold, the third item down addresses one of my concerns about the MP3 files and iTunes. So clearly I must not have been the only one that had this question. Okay, so from here we would go up and click on Premium Services, and that gives us a breakdown, a side-by-side breakdown of the free features and the paid services offered by Blog Talk Radio. And again, you can see the third item down answers one of my questions about the audio podcast capabilities and compatibility with iTunes. It's free and you can do it with one click. And here's my question about the archives. That is a free feature. So the only question I wasn't able to answer here with this cursory examination is how long they hold the archives. And this is the thing that any intelligent person would do. And I don't believe that the leadership of Readers in Motion is unintelligent. I just believe that they're mean-spirited, petty, and unwilling to share their knowledge and information. Because a leadership with a different type of spirit would have simply said, in reference to my questions, if they didn't truly have the answers, which I find hard to believe, then they would have just said, "Hey, listen, sorry we couldn't help you out today, but thanks for calling in. Why don't you stay on the line, and maybe at some point during the show, some of our members, might be able to assist you." So before you even get to the point of a test broadcast,
before you even get to the point of signing up for a free account, these are some of the basic information that you would want to know about the service so that you could make an intelligent decision about whether or not this service is for you. So the excuse that, hey, this is our first time using the service, that excuse doesn't hold water, and I'm not buying what they're selling.
I mean, I was angry when the incident, first happened also, which is why I chilled for a week before I issued this response, because I didn't want to respond out of anger and vindictiveness and, hurt a lot of people's feelings, and shout out names and just spread ill will the way that this organization does. If I did that, then that would be pulling me down to their level. It would make me like them, and that's the last thing in the world that I want to be, is anything like the leadership of Readers in Motion. So I chilled for a week and, decided to, come out like this. You call yourselves Readers in Motion. You people need to read books. They will teach you something about respect. They will read a book on etiquette. Read a book on rectitude. I mean, what is your vision for this organization? I thought that this could be a place where you can come and network, a forum for the free and open exchange of ideas, and a place of learning. But obviously, this is not your vision for it. Obviously, you people have a different vision for it. So maybe you envision it as a place for a bunch of assimilationist Negroes to get together to practice your Yassa Boss talk. Or maybe you think of it as a place, as a gathering place for a bunch of black hillbillies, so you can yodel, yahoo, and shuck and jive. Okay? Yeah, that doesn't work for what I'm trying to accomplish. Now, I know some of you might be think that I'm overreacting, and maybe I should have just let it go. And that thought did occur to me, that I should just let it go. But it's not really in me just to let it go either. I mean, I'm not good at taking it on the chin. I'm not that type of man that just tries to shuffle along to get along. And what I'm saying about this organization is not just based what happened to me on that call. Okay, about several months back, I received an email from one of the leaders in that organization, another woman, and I'll read the email that popped up in my box. What this was in response and reaction to, I have no idea, but this is what they sent out to everybody in the organization. The time has come for all the foolishness, drama, and back and forth to stop. IDK, what is going on and how folks can continuously feed into drama, argue back and forth, allow others to egg them on, and nourish them with BS, especially online. Yet I or anyone else cannot control anyone else's behavior. Yeah, but you can control your own behavior. Okay? So I can tell, I just got to stop right here, because I can tell, based on the energy from this letter, this is the lady that hung up the phone on me. So after I got this email, I did try to delete my membership. And I wrote into one of the leaders, like, how do you do it? And she gave me some instructions on how to do it. And those instructions don't work. Okay? So by all means, after you see this video, cancel my membership. Whether anyone stays or leaves, Readers in Motion will continue to thrive, whether it's with 1 or 2 members. Thanks in advance and be blessed. Well, see, this is exactly what you're headed for. Readers in Motion, look at yourselves with the pitifulness of your leadership. That's exactly what you're headed for, 1 or 2 members. Okay, and I would call on you to do just that, to close your doors to the general public, because you haven't evolved to the level yet where you're able to relate to our people in an appropriate manner. Okay, thanks in advance and be blessed. So how can you put be blessed on here? That would make me think that you're a religious person. And one of the problems in Readers in Motion is a lack of spirituality, the same problem that the United States government is suffering from. And that's why you relate to your members in the way that you do. So for you to put be blessed here, is a big joke. The word religion means unity. It means wholeness. Okay? So if you're going to run around here using religious terms, then you shouldn't be so divisive in your own organization. So Readers in Motion, go away. You need some more male energy in your organization to balance the madness of all these vitamin F deficient females running around backbiting and spreading pettiness and negativity on the internet. That's right, I said it. Vitamin F deficient females. Learn about it.